You woke me up. Stop waking me up. Oops, sorry.
Thursday began with a lazy morning. A simple breakfast burrito with scrambled eggs and ham, followed by enough relaxation that we let the kids try to capture some video.
I lied because my coffee cup's not mixed up.
Our plans this day were to visit the nearby town of Galeton, and we looked on the satellite images to be some dirt roads in another of the area game lands. So we tested out the super zoom camera in case we came across any other wildlife, and set out for some lunch. As we left the pavement, we passed the expected State Forest sign, but as we began to explore, we came across an actual road sign with a path we were not expecting, nor were we expecting where we ended up. In reality, we had no idea where we were going, but how could you not follow this road? So with a road closed ahead sign, we assumed we would be turning around. We would find otherwise. And next was this stop sign. I totally paused. As we reached the top, we were pretty confused. Solar panels, plumbing. We decided to go down and around and see what this all was. The address sign should have given us a clue, but it wasn't until about here that we were gobsmacked. Later, we would find out that this was a $1.3 million off-grid house, 365 3/4 acres that's currently on the market. It's a little bit out of our price range though, so we headed back. Back down from that mile-long driveway, we headed back to Sasquehannock State Forest, and then on to State Game Lands number 64. We had mapped out our path using a combination of Gaia GPS and Google Maps, but access to these roads tends to change quite frequently, so you really have to pay attention to the signs.
How's it going? What's that? I think we can handle it.
While we were unable to explore everything that was mapped out due to motor vehicle restriction signs and gates, it was still a beautiful drive, and we were able to capture a few nice shots of the surroundings. Hitting our final dead end, and as dinner time approached, we headed back to camp to eat and prepare for our late night stargazing. With the shake-up in dinner plans, we had a lot of food to cook, so we knew there would be leftovers. But leftover cooked chicken is more trustworthy than leftover raw chicken.
What is that? Big stuff.
That's corn. Corn? It's baked corn, so it's got like red. This is crunchy broccoli salad. Or we have mac salad. Everybody was surfing, This trip we added 2 new accessories that were game changers. First is a hitch basket. We had looked at getting one because, let's be honest, 2 adults, 2 kids, and all of our stuff doesn't squeeze into an FJ very easily. Nothing seemed right till we found this one from Leader Accessories. It doubles as a table at camp. We aren't monetized yet, but Jason will throw a link in the description so that you guys can check it out. It's awesome. Our other gadget is something we saw another YouTuber using, a pressurized water pump, the kind you use in the garden. It's fantastic for spraying off dishes or spraying out the dirt from under your fingernails, or just spraying a child if you need to.
For a bonus third item, when you forget the camera mount for your tripod, GoPro components will get the job done in a pinch. As the sun set, we were all ready to head out to Cherry Springs State Park.
Hello, going up that way?
Named for its large stands of cherry trees, the 82-acre Cherry Springs State Park is one of the darkest places on the eastern seaboard. Stargazers come from all over, so we had to pay a visit. But we also needed to teach the kids some stargazing etiquette first.
And because your eyes can see the stars better if you don't use white light. And everybody that's going to be here is coming to look at all the pretty stars.
While we didn't plan this trip to coincide with the new moon, and it ended up being partly cloudy, the sky was amazing. The photos don't nearly capture what we were able to see firsthand, or how in awe the kids were. But we did our best to capture some long exposures to give just a hint at what we could see. next morning, we recorded nothing. We awoke to find that we had left a phone back at Cherry Springs. As anyone could imagine, after taking many photos and videos of a trip, we were really at a loss. We put the phone in lost mode and left a message to call if found, but with little to no cell service, we didn't expect much. As we pulled away, we saw the phone beacon out near our campsite using the Find My app. So we made the conclusion that it somehow got packed, and we would find it when we got home. But then 30 minutes into our drive home, we got a phone message and had to turn around.
What you got there?
My phone.
Mom, do you get a new phone? No, it's the same.
The Rangers were all excited. They're like, that's pretty nifty how that put it on there and like told us what to call and everything. Thank you, Jay.
Well, that was a point in the apple bucket for our family, and it's also a wrap up for this trip. A fantastic 4 days in north central Pennsylvania with, if you ask me, pretty great family. That's so grateful to be able to get away and spend time together, experiencing new places and having great adventures. Join us for the next one by subscribing to the channel, or plan a trip or trail ride with us by reaching out through social media. We'll see you next time.